This is Ferone the Gnome. We're playing Lord of the Rings online. And we're continuing our series on Before the Shadow. This is the mini expansion that was released a year ago. And basically, we are in the second half of Before the Shadow. We're in Cardolan region. And we basically did Tharbad. We did this spot here, and then we did Hearn, and then we came over here and did Karanost, and we just got through doing the two farms here, and Had Narui. It's hard for me to say that word. We're going to jump on down here to this spot, Nimbark, I think it's called Nimbarth, and do a quest down there real quick. Then we'll head back to Karanost and head on from there. So let's go ahead and mount up and head in that direction down there. Happy Thanksgiving weekend, everybody. I'm getting a jump call. So basically, for Thanksgiving weekend, whatever, I've been working on Before the Shadow. That's what this particular series is part of. This is my fourth part in this series. Let's see how far we can get in this. I do have a movie I'm going to go see with my brother and some friends around 4 o'clock. And it is currently 1:30. So we'll see how far we can get on this part before we have to stop for the day. And then most likely, I say most likely, we'll be back later tonight as well also. I'm going to try to at least get a couple hours, if not 3 hours out of this. We won't get 3 hours. Maybe we can get 2 hours out of this. See how much we can get done. Anybody online? Quite a few people online right now. Of course. Let's see, where are we at? Am I close to it? Yes, we are. But of course I messed up and fell down into the water. Because I was typing in my kinship chat. Oh, come on. It amazes me how in Lord of the Rings Online, some places is like just barely an incline. It's like, no, you cannot do that. Other places, extreme incline. Perfectly normal. You can make that. There's no consistency whatsoever in it.
Hold! Stay where you are!
You do not seem to be like the men I have seen occupying Nimbarth. Burl sent you, did he? I am indeed Saloriel? Whatever. I have not yet returned because I have been seeing riders coming and going from the fortress at all hours. It must be the means by which orders are delivered to the orcs in Tharbad. You look like you can handle yourself. If you come across one of these riders, take them down and bring me any correspondences you find. Alright, well, let's go do that. Remember correct, there's like a couple of quests over here. Not a whole lot. First quest is swimming across the freaking river. We have made that quest. Yes, we've done it. I am much higher level than this content, by the way, so you're going to watch mobs melt. Just is what it is. Alright, here's another set of quests.
Aye.
Riddick sent a devotee to check on us. Has he no faith? With no Riddick to glare at, the woman settles for the next best thing, glaring at you. A few seconds pass before she relents and sighs. Perhaps I am being too hasty, as he would say. If you truly intend to aid us, then I'll allow it.
We are all devoted in these lands.
These half-orcs serve a wizard who is bent on spreading his war, as far as he can. He planned to assassinate the half-orc leaders, but Riddick was captured in the attempt. Rescuing him put the entire camp on high alert. Since we are currently on one short, you can act as the distraction. Fight the half-orcs so that the three of us can move in undetected. Nobody else? Nope. Okay. I need to kill these guys anyway. I'm on non-advanced. I'm on 16 of 60. After that, I'll have to kill 120 for the advanced version. I'm a completionist, so basically I'm doing this content because I want to put check marks next to every achievement. And this is one of the sections, Swanfleet and Cardolan. Ah, come on now. Is there a specific spot I need to go? That's just going to be talking to them, I'm sure. What's up? This necklace, which you found on a defeated half-orc, must have been taken as a trophy from someone recently. The materials that were used to craft the necklace are clearly not local. To your knowledge, the only people who have come to Nimbarth are Mariona and her scouts, who keep watch outside the ruins. It might be worth asking her if she recognizes the necklace. Yar!
I hope these dark days will soon be behind us.
This necklace, yes, I know who its owner is. The half-orcs must have taken it off of Riddick when they captured him. If you'd like to return it to him, he should still be resting at the camp near Tharbad, southwest of here.
Won't you lend
You
me
fought
aid?
admirably, yes. I kept a close eye on you. There have been some who have tried to betray us. Caution has kept my people alive thus far. We shall stay here for a bit longer and continue watching the half-orcs' activities. If you can, please let Riddick know what has happened. Surely that's not everything there. So-and-so, bring the boar meat. Find Rendell. Travel, meet so-and-so, collect orders from riders. Okay. That's what we need to do. How did you not get hit by the fire? There you go. There's a rider. Well, we collected those orders. That was easy enough. I got a feeling when I go talk to her, she's going to give me another quest where I come right back over here. Alright, that was the half-orc slayer deed. Now we have the advanced version where I kill 120 more of them. But seeing as I have a slayer deed accelerator running right now, that means I have to kill 60 of them. Hmm. I'm pretty sure she's going to send me back, so let's go back over there, turn in this quest so we can get the next part. I could be completely wrong, but I just feel it in my gut she's going to send me back. Seriously? There we are.
Found some, did you? Well then, let's have them here. The missive you recovered is troubling.
The orcs in Tharbad have noticed Stonecrop's group and are calling for reinforcements. They mean to attack soon. Think we can use this to our advantage. Here's where you come in. I've rewritten the orders to say that we are not a threat and to ignore our presence. A few of the other missives now have wording that I am sure will stir chaos and confusion, with the goal of having those at Nimbarth start to question the orcs at Tharbad. It won't hold them off for long, but possibly long enough for us to plan our next moves. Go to Nimbarth and plant these orders where someone in charge may discover them. Yep, I was right. Back across the river. What's the hardest part of this quest line? The river. It slows you down. There goes somebody. Ah, that's annoying. Somebody else working on the same Slayer deed, probably. They're out here one-shotting everything. Just like me, but still. They can do it with range, to which I only have 2 range shots, and they're both a long delay, so kind of sucks. Almost halfway through this Slayer deed, though, so that's awesome. He took more than one shot. Nothing to click out there? Doesn't look like it. It's one of the races in this game, the half-orcs, that I think look absolutely ridiculous. A lot of the monster races in this game are really cool looking, but a few of them just horrendous looking, and not in a good way. Almost made it. Aha! Can't stop me. That was all of the orders we needed to place. See where we're at here. Very close to finishing this Slayer dude. Couldn't hit him there for a second. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this before I head back over there, because I'm not certain if she's going to send me back or not this time. Probably will, but I don't know for certain. Oh, there's one right up there. Super close to being done. That was it. Half-orc Slayer Cardolan, I mean, advanced is completed. And we got 5 Lotro points from that. Where are we setting at now? 22 of 25 on that virtue. And we are at 28% of Swanfleet and Cardolan completed.
Thank you for what you have done here.
You have given the people of Cardolan more of a fighting chance, to be sure. Alright, no follow-up, so that's fantastic. You gotta go to Karnost and Tharbad over here. So let's see. What's wrong thing? Here. Actually, hold that phone. Where does this one take me? Nope. Expert Hearn. Okay. Alright, that's fine. That did not take me where I thought I was going. Where's the stable master?
Hello there. Have you a moment?
These supplies are from Herendir. They are welcome, but with reservation. My wife's brother is always doing this. Sir Velen, I think you should do this, he says. And Sir Velen, why did you not think of this? If I had known the ways of her brother when I fell in love with my maid Medril, but no, it would change nothing. She has all of my love, and always will. It was her idea to send him scouting for goblins when the three of us came south, and it was very wise. Trust Herendir to annoy me even from afar. But the supplies are welcome. He is right on this point. Our provisions are beginning to run out. Sir Velen sighs. And that is the worst annoyance of all, is it not, that my wife's brother was right once again? Are you married, Rasiki? If you are not, heed well my advice. Discover if your intended spouse has any siblings, and do so in advance. Alright, no follow-up there. Alright. So now we need to head down here to Tharbad.
How can I be of service?
That's cool. So I was just looking, and we're up to 422 subscribers on YouTube right now. Thank you all. I appreciate each and every one of you. Let's take a look over here at Twitch. Wrong button. We're up to 263 followers on Twitch. Again, I appreciate each and every one of you. Alright. We have made it to Tharbad. And there is a turn in here somewhere. Oh yes, this lady. My necklace! I didn't think I'd see it again. To tell the truth, the loss of my necklace pained me more than my actual injuries. It's all I have left of Dunlin. Perhaps I'll return home one day. I hope so. Everyone is safe then. All the half-orcs have been dealt with. This is excellent news. I knew you wouldn't disappoint me. Well, I jest. It was a wager, but the odds were in my favor. After all, there must be more good in the world than bad. Friedrich's smile widens. Thank you. Alright, that's all the quest here in this location. So the next spot we have... We have two different location directions to go in. But I think we should follow the book up here to Herne. Just north of Herne, I should say. So let's do that.
Greetings, friend.
glasses are filthy. Oh, man. I need to get a new pair of these. I got these last Christmas for my brother and myself, Peeps, and as an experiment, because I saw them online, and they've been absolutely fantastic. I think they're just about worn out. It's time for me to get another pair. Oof, I can see this one is like just smearing instead of cleaning it off. Definitely time for another pair. It's like it does what they call a carbon recharge when you put it back in there, but it doesn't do that forever. Looks like 1 year is about the lifespan. It's still working. Here we are. Oh, much better. Much better. But yeah, Peeps, I highly recommend them. Alright, from here we need to head out north. Hearn was a really cool quest hub. Love the story in Hearn. Got a very kind of Night of the Living Dead, Walking Dead kind of vibe going on with that epic story there. That was in my last video. This one is part 4. Yeah, part 4. So it was in not part 3, because that was earlier today. It was yesterday. Part 2. If you want to go back and check that out. Really cool. We've still got all of this area to do. I'd say 1/3 1/3 of Before the Shadow still to do. And then going back and picking up all of the destination or discovery locations, clicking on stuff and things like that. Finishing up any Slayer deeds I have left. I believe there's a freestanding quest up here. Oh, it's not freestanding. It's part of the epic book. Goofy cat. It's back there playing. Where is he at? He should be here somewhere. Oh, he's not here. Okay, my bad. He's further up the road. What's up, Goober? You're super cute.
I feel eyes upon us.
Someone watches us, and I am put in mind of what Egfrith wrote, that she tracked Boromir for many days as he journeyed across the empty lands. No, I do not think she has returned to plague our steps. She was intent on reaching Saruman with what she learned of Boromir when she left us. But this might be another spy. See what you can find nearby, my friend. Perhaps some clue will identify this unseen watcher for us. Oh, it's right in front of us. Baby boy, no. Already fed you. We're not going to do a second feeding right now. Furious squawking signals the arrival of feathery spies. They're gone now. Manelder suddenly gives a shout and races to the northwest. Oh, crap. Where's he going? Northwest. Which way? Crap. I should have stayed up there instead of coming back down here. Well, poopy. Let's go around. Elvis, we're not playing this game. Don't start. Here we are.
No. What cruel jest is this?
Manelder stares in honor at the body of a ranger lying in the grass. This is the man we seek, Rasiki. This is Narndir. Oh, crap. Uh-uh.
I
No.
don't understand
We're
it.
not going to play with cords. No. You're going to get in trouble. You've got your food over there. I fed you. Come here. You know the rules. If you're going to interrupt the stream, you have to come and talk to everybody. Yes. Look at everybody. Say, hello. I am Elvis the cat. I am a 21-pound Maine Coon, and I cause issues because I love my daddy. You big goober. Love you. Yes, I do. Big pain in my butt's what you are. Now, you're not getting back up there. No. Let's go get you some more dry food. Maybe that's why you're throwing a fit. I'll be right back. I think he was just being needy. I checked his food, and he's actually got plenty of food. I gave him a treat and put his toy over there on the bed for him to play with. See if that helps him for a little while. I don't understand it. We are still some days' travel from the camp where Narndir made his home, studying the ruins of Cardolan. He was always writing in that journal of his, documenting the details of artifacts and architecture he found worthy of note. We used to gather pigments together, he and I, as children in the angle, for even then he exhausted such quantities of ink that he was always running out. Narn dear. An elder clenches his hands into fist. Can I ask you to examine his body, Rasiki? I cannot bring myself to do it, but we must know the manner of his death.
Can I ask you to examine his body? I cannot bring myself to do it.
It is apparent that Narndir has been dead for a number of days. He suffered several sword strikes to the back, and from impressions in the dirt around his body, it appears he was ridden down by someone on horseback as he fled.
I don't understand it. Nandir should not have been here at all.
What brought him so far from his usual dwelling place, and who would intend to harm him at all? Furthermore, he was no coward. To what foe would he turn his back? Nearly without pause, Menelder answers his own question. Aye, Rasiki, we know the answer already. The creeping shadows Aberthal saw that night in Herne, one of which sat astride a great black horse. I named the creatures once, and now I do so again, Nazgul. Such a foe would inspire fear in even the stoutest of the Dundine, and such a foe might even ride down a fleeing man to slay him with a sword stroke to the back. It would be as nothing to such a creature. Sarnford is to the west of here, and it seems that might be the site from which Narndir fled. There have at times been a few rangers at the ford there, though never in great number. I think we should divert our course to Sarnford and learn what might have befallen its defenders. All right. It's over this way. So remember I said when we were at Karanost that I believed we were missing something. I now know why. Because we need to come up here and do this before that. That whole thing with the journal, it's going to become important. Elvis, please don't. Don't be annoying today. Be a good kitty. Yeah, go lay down. Something's gotten into him, and he's wanting to. He's being needy today. Being very needy. My cat. Loving beyond belief. I've only been 35 minutes into this stream, boy. Still got a long time. You know I've got a lot to do with a short amount of time because I'm going to the movies here today. He's like, yeah, I don't care. I'm your kitty. You must love me. It's like that comedy show many years ago, decades ago, with the dinosaurs and the baby ones. I'm the baby, gotta love me. That's Elvis over here. Good boy, yes you are. I think he's gonna go torture my brother in the living room. Either that or he's coming around for a sneak attack from the left. He does that sometimes. He'll come shooting into the desk on the left side of me. I think we're almost there. The lands are massive in this game. This will unveil a little more of Menelder's story. Very interesting character. Alright, let's grab the stable master first.
How can I be of service?
And let's grab this milestone. Albered.
If you are a friend to the Rangers of the North, you are welcome here.
I have not met you before, High Elf, but if you are a friend to the Rangers of the North, you are welcome here, though we are sorely pressed. But I do know your companion, and I am surprised he has returned to show his face in these lands.
You say you have a warning for me, Meneldir. Deliver it then and be away.
We are still recovering from an attack upon the ford that left us scattered and in disarray, and I cannot spare much time for those who break their oaths. But I might have some use for your companion. Risiki asked you to aid the defenders of Sarn Ford and gather nearby ranger caches. They were set aside to provide sustenance and supplies in the event that they were needed, and in the aftermath of the attack, they surely are. Okay, we've got another quest giver here.
Our resolve must not falter.
An anger burns within me, stranger. Many of my friends died defending the ford against the evil force that rode us down some days past, and I want those dreadful riders to face the heat of my vengeance. But they are not men, whatever they might appear to be. I know in my heart they are not men. Could my sword even pierce their black cloaks, or the physical frames they must hide? I know not. So my anger must remain unsatisfied, and it is sorrow instead that must serve. Will you bring me stones from the walls that line the road here at Sarnford? I have need of them.
Our resolve must not falter.
Before Sarnford was attacked by the terrible riders in black, we received word that brigands were gathering at Garvarod to the south, and we planned to dispatch a force of rangers to deal with them. Brigands. Such foes seem so trivial now. But no, I speak rashly. They are still a danger to the folk who live in these lands, though my people's concerns seem more pressing in the aftermath of the attack some days gone. There's never just one thing, is there? Will you go to Garvard, and deal with the massing of the brigands? If one danger is ignored, that will be the one that overmasters us. Or so says my worried heart. Alright, any other quest? Where are we going? Just places around here. I don't think there's more quests. There's the stones, though. Yep, I can hear him in there. Elvis is torturing my brother now. Apparently he's on the cabinet. He is in a mood. He's bored. Need to teach Elvis how to play MMOs. Is that it? Yes, that was all of them.
What troubles you?
Thank you for these stones, friend. There is talk of building a cairn in memory of those who died at Sarnford, and I think it would suit the fallen for the stones to be taken from the walls here. It must serve at least until the riders in black again cross my path. Then I will have my vengeance, or I will not. But at least I will be freed of my anger. Okay, now what do we have? Okay, this way. We gotta find the caches that are stored out here. There's another quest.
Ever since the attack, we have endured an onslaught of the dead.
They rise and press the attack, and though we defeat them, always they return. They're coming back. Oh, there they are. Don't think that's all of them. Come on. It's like I push the button and nothing happens. What draws such nightmares hither? This is all of them for now. They have come back before. They're gonna give me like a follow-up, or apparently not. Okay. We have something this way. Ranger cache, okay. Next one is that direction. Got lucky, it was right there. Alright, let's go turn these in. There he comes, sliding into home plate. He literally came running in into a box over here by me. Crazy, crazy cat. Where were we supposed to take the caches to? Is there another cache or something? Ah, here.
Something has stirred the wolves into a frenzy.
Ever since those terrible riders attacked Sarnford, we have heard the howls of wolves from nearby Ruddymore. Something has stirred them to frenzy, and they continually test our defenses along the outskirts, as they never have before. The pack returns! Where? Watch her, she'll tell me where to look. Because they always see how she was looking the wrong way? They always seem to do that. What has stirred these creatures to such madness? The pack leader, we might end this here. How's he too far away? Come on. Oh, because you had something else marked and not him. Hope this is the end of it, but the mystery remains. What caused this rage? Alright, now I bet you we can go turn that in. Yep.
I have given Halbarad our warning. He does not want to believe it, but he must.
He has seen creatures. He says he has seen creatures bearing the White Hand in recent days. He thought they were led by one of their own kind, but our tidings have made him doubt. I have been thinking about something else, Rasiki. Do you remember the token we found buried at Hern? What if the writers left a similar device behind here as well? I think we should look for one. Yes, but where? Over there. Where the thing that's glowing and says disturbed pile of dirt. What are you doing, Goober? He's losing his mind back there. You are in full play mode, aren't you? Uh-huh. He's in a box over there. You can just see his eyes peeking up above the top of the box staring at me. We need more of these things. Ah, we found it. Skull-shaped token made of bone. Boy, chill out. It is time to chill out. You're being a little too crazy. God.
I thought so.
These creatures have a knack for stirring nearby creatures to madness and for leaving disorder in their wake. Perhaps our removal of this token will slow the onslaught of the dead upon the defenders here.
Thank you for bringing back these supplies. We will have need of them.
If it is true that Saruman and the other wizards have turned against us, Hubbard shakes his head. It is not that I distrust your word, Rasiki, but Beneldir broke his oath to the Dunedain, and that is a matter of great shame for us. Not just for him, but for all of us. Is it not the failing of an entire village when one of its own is found wanting? But such is our need that I cannot turn even Meneldir away, as was my first instinct. The rangers are scattered and in disarray, and I need every man, aye, and every elf too.
I will tell you what happened.
And then I have a task for you and Meneldir to accomplish. Evils walk the land, and I can deny none who are willing to help us fight them.
Night had fallen on the 22nd of September, when our courage was tested.
I think he's calmed down a little bit now.
An unnatural fog rolled in, changing the contours of the land, and we were seized by a feeling of dread unlike anything we had felt before.
My own heart was seized by a terrible foreboding, but I had the duty of command and would not abandon it. I want you to know this, Rasiki. Before I tell you the events that followed, these men and women that stood with me on that night, there was not a single drop of cowardice among them. We had no idea what we would face on that night. He's still going crazy. Cat.
The dead rise! The dead!
The barrows are emptied!
Dunedain! Do not give in to fear! Forward, Dunedain! What is that?
It's a Nazgul.
There's another!
You're not welcome here! Leave this land!
The 9.
None can stand before us.
Go back, vile creatures, and never return! Stand, Dunedain! Protect the Shire!
We all know how that went.
The number of the terrible wraiths was 9.
Though not all those who defended Sarnford knew what that meant as I did. We defied those Black Riders for as long as we could, but that is not an evil against which any man or any woman can be expected to stand for long. Do not judge any who ran or any who hid themselves. Those of the riders who did not pass into the Shire pursued the Dunedain that they found into the wild. There are still rangers in the Shire, and I know they will do what they must to save the hobbits from these Black Riders. But more of my kin were scattered across Cardolan by those of the riders that did not cross the Brandywine, and we will need their strength in the days ahead if they still live. That is what I need from you and from Meneldir. I need you to track down survivors of the attack and learn how they fared in the days since my people were scattered, like leaves in the wind. This will not cure Meneldir's shame or restore his broken oath, but it may reveal the nature of his heart. If he bears any love for his former kin, let him show it by aiding them now. You, Rasiki, are free to do as you will, but know that it will be of great help to the Dunedain if you aid us in this, and I will not forget it.
Many of my kin were scattered across the South Downs in the wake of the attack.
And I fear at least 4 of the Black Riders may harry the Rangers among the hills. Save the Dunedain you can, help them recover from their injuries, and restore what safety you can to the South Downs. If you see the wraiths, hide if you can, but run if you must. There is a power and an evil about them I have never seen before.
Any search of the South Downs should begin near Caranost.
It commands a view of the surrounding lands, and I believe any rangers seeking to return from their escape will make for it. When last I walked the rolling hills of the South Downs, there were elves camped east of the river, just on the other side of Caranost. Let us begin our search there. Remember how I said that we needed to go over to, that there was something missing over there at Caranost? That's what was missing. But we do have this thing over here at Gervarod. I'm highly tempted to just go to Gervarod first, come back to turn that quest, and then go to Caranost. Probably end up getting screwed somewhere there. It'll be like, okay, now that you've got here, now you need to go to Gervarod and do something. Very possible. But we're going to head up that way and check. Let's see what time it is. It is going on 2:20 p.m. right now. I need to get off here at the very latest 4 p.m. We still got a little bit of time. Been going for right at 54 minutes now. Before the Shadow is pretty big. Pretty good amount of content, honestly. We still got a long ways to go. We're at 28% apparently. Still a lot of deeds to do here. A lot of explorer. Lore. Went down 1 of 6. That's annoying. Patient. And Slayer. We have the dead. That's all we need is the dead to finish that one up. This advanced, this is not. So there's 80 on the non-advanced. Means the advanced will be 160. Where's this person at? It's that way. I believe there's an NPC over here that we need to talk to. That's why I came this way. Yes, Rindal.
What kind of misfortunes led these people here, I wonder?
I've been watching
To
the
commit
camp
such acts of warmongering,
for some time.
to fuel their hunger for power.
One way or another, we are all trying to survive. A shame it must be this way.
Between the two of us, that shouldn't be too difficult.
There must be several of these captains walking around, but defeating just a few will send enough of a message. I'll let you decide how you want to approach this. When you're ready, let me know. Whether or not you need my aid, should you use this whistle, I'll be there. Alright, so defeat Garrod captains. Use a whistle to summon him to your side. Okay.
I only hope he realizes that there is more to life than just survival.
A new
Perhaps with
start
my
for
help,
what?
if he's willing.
As a new start for Watkin is now possible. I'll only hope he realizes that there's more to life than just survival. Perhaps with my help, he is willing. Thank you, Rasiki. You have a good heart. Don't let the world take that away. Okay, so that completes that quest with him. We don't actually have anything left over here, do we? Nope. So back over there to Sarn Ford. That's why I came over here. Figured that would be a short one. See where this continuation will send me.
Will you aid us?
You have done well to oppose the brigands massing at Gervared. I must remember that one frightening experience does not eliminate the other dangers against which we must stand. That is easier said than it is done, friend. Thank you for helping the people I am sworn to defend. Okay, so there's no follow-up. That's fine. Absolutely fine. Let's go grab the stable master and head to Coronost? Yes, Coronost.
Hello there.
He's in a box. Cat in a box.
It is good to see friendly faces after the days we have had.
Rangers assemble here to recover from their wounds, and so far we have remained beneath notice of the terrible shadows that chased us from Sarn Ford. We are the lucky ones. Not all of my friends have been so fortunate. You can thin the numbers of our foes in the surrounding areas. Other rangers may be able to make it here to Cerlon. Okay. So he wants us to go kill people and stuff. I think we can do that right across the way here where there's a ton of people to kill. Yep, they count. Or more. Respawns. Apparently not. Well, I said 4 more. We need 1 more, in fact. That was that.
I am grateful for your help.
Perhaps more of my kin will be able to make it here to Cerlon thanks to your efforts. Word has reached me of another gathering place of the Dunedain at Skurlock Farm to the northeast. I would ask you to travel there and lend them similar aid for the betterment of us all. Those wraiths remain abroad, and they have slain many of my friends already. Alright, so he wants me to go over to the farm.
Hello there.
Honderod sent you to us. I'm glad he still lives.
Too many of my folk were scattered into the wild by the attack of the terrible riders, and some were slain even as they ran. Those who survived made for this farm, and there must be other safe havens as well. Safe, did I say? No place is safe. I have not seen any sign of the riders for 2 days, but there are orcs and half-orcs gathering in the South Downs. They are even a threat. They are ever a threat, even.
Half-orcs gather around Amon Fian, the Dead Mount, a place of ill omen to the east.
and some of them have dared venture near to this farm. I suspect they may hold orders that guide their movements. Find these orders if they exist and return to me with what you find. When we know what they seek to achieve and how their movements align with those of the Black Riders that attacked us, we'll be better able to oppose them. Okay, and that's going to be everywhere. There's like stuff all over the map, but that way seems to be a good direction. We just need to go kill some half-orcs until we get some orders to drop off of. Found one. Hey, that was fast. That way the attack will come from both directions, north from the Blue Mountains and south up the Greenway. Your force will bear a great deal of the weight, for I do not trust the goblins will do their part. They were given their orders, but I know those creatures and they lack the care or the fortitude of your sort. They have claimed the ruins northwest of the Dead Mount, but whether they can be counted on, well, you know goblins, it would not surprise me to learn they have left their own orders lying about. Bring that back to him at the farm. I'm going to hit the right button eventually. Excuse me. Done so much of this out here, all the other side quests and everything, that now we're just ripping through the epic quest line.
Half-orcs working with goblins. Sounds as if neither side is very happy about it.
But I cannot tell from this what their overall scheme might be, or for whom they toil. A half-orc held the quill that penned these orders, I believe. Not one of those terrible writers, but for whom did the half-orc write them? The author of these orders is to be believed. We might learn more from the goblins that dwell at the ruins northwest of Amon Fern. Pod Niru is those are called. I can't speak. Let us hope the goblins are as careless with their own orders as the half-orcs believe them to be. Alright, so now we need to head up that direction. You can see how this basically is going to all the different places that we did, that were like quest hubs, because we missed this line, basically. And there's scraps of parchment right there. Oh, that's only one piece, but there's more. Leave the broken urn alone. You're not a scholar. He wants so badly to be a scholar, he constantly clicks on the broken urns. Where's the last scrap? Is it downstairs? Oh, we found a chest. Still need one scrap of parchment, but we found a chest. My buttocks hurts. Watch, it'll be up here where I first came in. Well, that's annoying. Oh, we got all the scraps. Alright, we need to head in this direction. Back to the farm. Wish I could get back to my farm. My RV has been sitting in the shop for over 2 months, waiting for a part to come in from the manufacturer. And my big F-250 to pull my tractor I just bought is sitting in the shop, so I can't go get my tractor either. First world problems, right? Oh, we're here. His actions are so goofy. Figuring out how to put those 5 parchments together. It looks like a hell of a lot more than 5 parchments right now. Let that be a lesson to you, goblins, then. The big ones have ways of dealing with treachery, and if you work against their goals, what happened to the last batch can happen to you and yours as well. You'll be told what you need to know when you have need of it, and not before. The Dark Lord will repay us for our service. Why else would the very wisest throw their lot in with him, even as we have done? The dwarves will be easily manipulated. They will follow Skorgrim wherever he leads them, no matter who leads Skorgrim. I trust the Gaunt Lord can do this, and that should be enough for you lot. The attack will come from both directions, down from the Blue Mountains and up from the Greenway, from across the Old Barrows. Even now, the Witch King works to raise the spirits of the dead. With the aid of the Great Fear, none will stand against him or against us. It was the fear that laid waste to the old kingdom that once stood here, and see what little of that remains. The shadow rises in Angmar, but it needs time to gather its strength. Not much time, but time all the same. That's what we're for, my gang and you lot. Just don't get in the way of the riders or the Great Fear. No one would save you then, and you wouldn't want them to. You would just yearn for death. What the fear would do to you doesn't bear thinking about. So you stay out of their way. These are the Dark Lord's most valued servants. You and me are just worms to such as them, and worms can get squashed if they haven't got brains enough to get clear. We'll be called on when we're needed.
I don't like the sound of that. Any of that.
Not only do servants of the White Hand move openly in Swanfleet, but in Cardolan and beyond there are other powers at work. The Witch King and the Black Riders, goblins and half-orcs making common cause, and now a dwarf rebellion led by someone named Skorgrim. Judging from his name, he is no Longbeard, but if he leads an army out of the Blue Mountains, we will be hard-pressed to deal with him, no matter who he might be. But there's something else, too. These orders speak of something called the Grey Fear. That is a familiar title, but I cannot remember why, and that worries me.
This has given us a lot to think about. But what is the Grey Fear?
Is it a person, a spirit, or something else? Whatever it may have been, if it is responsible in some way for the fall of Cardolan or the breaking of Arnor, we need to prevent it from working a similar evil against us today. What does Malinfang have to say about this?
The Grey Fear? No, I've never heard of anything by that name.
Is it possible it might be a disease or an ailment of some kind? I seem to remember there was a scholar among the Dunedain who dwelt among the ruins of old Cardolan, though his name escapes me. Handarod may know of his whereabouts. He was encamped outside Karanos, was he not? Perhaps you should return and ask him.
Greetings, friend.
Getting very close. Not super close, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Making our way through the content.
Someone or something called the Grey Fear, you say?
I have not heard of such a one being involved with the ruination of the Old Kingdom, but I am no scholar. You should speak with Narndir if you can find him. He always possessed a keen interest in the history of Cardolan, and was always to be seen writing in one of his many journals. Something in your expression brings Handarod to a halt, and he stares at you questioningly, reluctantly. You tell him that Narndir was slain by Black Riders during the flight from Sarnford, and that you and Meneldir discovered his body just off the road northwest of Herne. I am very sorry to hear that, but especially so for Meneldir. I know they were close. Narndir never had a bad word to say about Meneldir, even after he left us. It was not so for many others. Indrid idly drums his fingers upon the hilt of his sword. Perhaps Narndir can still help us, Risicky. I told you of the journals he kept. Well, I know at least one place where he hid some of them. To the east, beneath one of the towers of Karanos, there was a hollow place. Search there and see if Narndir recorded anything of this grey fear in the years before he perished. This is going to be over this way. I actually have to go use the restroom, so let me do that real quick and I'll be right back. Okie dokie, I am back. Alright, let's head out here and see if we can find this journal of his. It's gonna be at the base of this tower somewhere. Place matches the description given to you by Henderud. Where is it? Hidden cache. Ah. I've been interrupted. You should bring the journal to the location it describes, the throne room in Karanos. Alright. What you doing, baby boy? appears to be the location about which Nander talked about. The writing is so evocative, you can almost image. I can't read. Imagine what was going on. King Torrendor II. There he is.
You will think I have taken leave of my senses.
All right. Narndor writes, but after so much study, I feel as if I have come to know these figures of the ancient past. When they suffer, I suffer. When they mourn, I mourn. And when they triumph, oh, no one can understand the joy I feel at their triumphs, few though they might have been in those dark years. I feel as if I know them. Amleth the Builder, once Prince of Cardolan, and then later Prince of Arthedain at Fornost. Eldamasil, Prince of Ruadar, Kinslayer and Accursed, and Prince Terendor, with whom I feel a close bond, the third and youngest son of King Irendur of Arnor, was doubted not only by his brothers, but also by his own people. Those who lived in Cardolan during his rule as prince called him Terendor the Afterthought, but it was an epithet he would overmaster. When corrupt nobles promised plunder to the hill folk tribes in the south if they rose up against the prince, he rode forth and vanquished the invaders. Tales of his valor grew, and Terendor the Afterthought became Terendor the Forthright, beloved by his people. So it was that when Erendur, king of Arnor and father to these three princes, died of an illness without naming a successor, there was more than one claimant to the throne. There might have been blood spilt then, as there would be later, but Amleth suggested a compromise. Let the kingdom of Arnor be divided, he said to his brothers, with each of us to rule a province in friendship and alliance with each other. Terendor then became not a prince but a king, and he was known as King Terendor II, for there had already been a Terendor in the line. As the king of Cardolan, he ordered a throne built and a crown forged at Caranost, and the fortress became the capital and the new ruling seat of the young kingdom. And even now, as I write these words, I feel tears welling in the corner of my eye, for I see the seed of treachery and death growing in the very foundation, and know what next must transpire. To bring the journal to the location describes at Ammon Fern. Okay, so that's going to be way over there. Let's see, what was my last place I had? Wrong thing. Sarnford. Way away. Way away. Alright, we'll run back down to the stable master. Baby boy, are you that bored? He's just sitting here next to me. I may have to call it early and go play with my cat. Poor baby, he's bored. Maybe we can finish a good part of this later this evening when I get back from the movies. I was hoping to have Before the Shadow completed soon. Definitely can finish it this weekend, but I was hoping to have it done before the end of the weekend. Hold on, baby. Let me get over here to where I'm going, and then we will, I'll sit and play with you. We need to go back to the farm over here.
What can I do for you?
From the farm, head to Ammon Fern. Oh, if you're enjoying what you're seeing, do me a favor and on Twitch hit the follow. Over on YouTube, hit the subscribe, and if you would, leave a like and a comment, because it makes the algorithms push my videos to the top when you do that, and more people get to see my videos, and that makes me happy. Then also go over to Twitter. Follow me there. It's the big X now. It's at Ferone the Gnome. I put screenshots up and let people know what I'm doing. Also, if you are looking for a kinship, that's what a guild is called in this particular MMORPG. If you're looking for a kinship, we are on the Gladden server. I run Lorebound Walkers. We are a level lock kinship. As a kin, we vote every month on what level we're going to set our level lock to. The graphic is wrong. Currently in November, we are at level 55. In December, we may go to 60, depending on what the kinship decides to vote on. If you'd like to join us, create a character on the Gladden server, get on our Discord, leave a message in the introductions channel, and somebody will get back to you and we'll get you in the kinship and you come have fun with us. We're doing dungeons and raids together at level. Alright, so that is going to do it for this particular stream. I hope everybody had a great time. I know I have, and I hope y'all are enjoying my Before the Shadows series. We're going to get this completely finished up. Eventually, we will have the Swanfleet and Cardolan deeds at 100%. We're at 28%. It goes fast when you get towards the end because the overarching ones count for a lot. But we still have a ton to do. Ooh, may not be able to do 100%. They're including delvings in there. That's kind of annoying. That's very annoying. I can't do that until I'm level 140. But we can do everything else. We can get it as close to 100% as humanly possible, is what I'm trying to say. Alright, that's going to do it. If I don't see you later today, then I hope I see you next time. Have a wonderful night, day, morning, whatever it is where you are. This is From the Gnome, and I'm signing off. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye!